What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Yala, your thrice weekly podcast where we talk about the hottest news with a touch of what, Terrence?
Good old humor.
Good old humor, man.
What's special today, man?
Oh, Lamar. I mean, it's special because everything we're saying now is going live on the internet in real time.
Yeah, and this is the closest that we've had to sit together for a podcast in a while. I think since the what do you call it, the Trishaw episode, right? Where we were right next to each other.
Oh, that's true. This is like one of those awkward dates. You know, when you don't know whether to sit across or diagonal, then you have to be like just talking like that, and then we're also talking to you.
Yeah.
So, interesting experience.
Yeah, but we're kind of doing this because we want to be closer to the audience, right? Like speaking directly to them, hearing from them on the chat live while doing our podcast, right?
I thought the bigger reason is also because it's our 700th episode.
Oh, correct. Yeah. It's a happy 700.
700. Woo!
YLB 700.
Yeah. And I mean, in the spirit of always trying to do something different on our century episode, Trishaw was 500.
Was it 500? Oh,
I think it was 600.
600 maybe. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. No, I think the first Trishaw one was 500.
500, okay.
500. I can't remember what we did for episode 600, but this 700, we were like, okay, it's going to be the day after, or 2 days after National Day. It's SG60, it's YLB 700. Why not do something interesting? So we do have a live chat going on YouTube.
Yeah.
And as we are going to be talking about the two topics that we, normally do on every episode, we will respond to comments that come through.
Yeah, and I mean, even before we started, some people already started like commenting, right?
Yeah.
Like Don Say One was already the very first one already. Happy 700th, Harish and Terrence.
And actually, he pointed out that Trishaw was Yalabat 500. The 600 episode was a Yalabat live show.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
Forgot.
Yeah. So now 700 live stream. Exciting. So if you're watching, this video will remain online after this stream ends. We'll leave the chat open. But yeah, if you're watching, you want to interact with us, just put on something in the chat, man.
Yeah, I mean, SG60, National Day Parade, National Day weekend. How was it for you, man?
I did have that hosting thing for the Safra event.
The Bayfront, right?
The Bayfront, which was great. I enjoyed myself. The vibe, the mood was great. And I really enjoyed the NDP.
As in you enjoyed NDP or just in general National Day weekend?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, like the National Day weekend, of course, because I was an event where we had really good views of the fly pass and the fireworks, and there were like 5,000 people there with the vibes. It was nice, but even the parade, watching the parade, I actually thought the parade this year was really good.
Hey Harish, NDP over already.
I know.
You don't need to sugarcoat, pretend, continue playing your
my
role
gig
of a
finished
host.
already.
Yeah,
I can send invoice already.
You don't need to keep sugarcoating. Come, real, honest feedback.
No, I genuinely like the parade.
Yeah.
The next day, the mobile column, I didn't get to see it. But I thought I liked the parade. I had seen it 3 times on live stream, and I liked it. But for you, given that was the first time you were watching the parade.
Yeah, I NDP'd the fuck out of this NDP weekend. I NDP'd all the way, man. I did the whole like watch along the parade, go somewhere and just mingle with people and watch the fireworks. And I did the whole camp outside like Tiong Bahru Park. I camped out at Tiong Bahru Park with like picnic mat and all, waited for the mobile column to come, then like carried my child, wave at the soldiers and everything. I did the whole works.
And did you stand up and say the pledge wherever you were when it was
Yeah, of course. I was singing the songs as I was watching the fireworks, and like, there were like 3 live streams going on around me and everything. So I was just partaking the whole festivities. I could hear echoes of the songs being played in the Padang. I could hear echoes from where I was, around the Funan area. And I even bumped into some Yalabat fans who were walking around, just soaking in the atmosphere. I think everyone went out there just to soak in the atmosphere.
So there was a comment, any tears of patriotism? Like at any point during NDP weekend, do you feel a bit emo? No?
Every time. My thing is the song The Road Ahead. Every time I hear the song The Road Ahead, I want to cry.
Oh, is it?
I think it's, to me, other than Home is undisputed, right? Home is undisputed, number one. Outside of Home, it's the one NDP song that like gives me hope for the future.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How about you? Like,
I mean, like certain points during the parade, like I thought the stories, where they reenacted like the Olympian and the young business owner, the seafood restaurant, and also the veterans. When they said like one of them was one of the first responders to the hotel disaster.
Yeah.
One of them was part of the security detail for Benjamin Shears.
Yeah.
And the oldest, I think, was a 95-year-old veteran.
Yeah.
Oh, that one I'm like, wow. Pretty solid. And of course, home lah.
Yeah. You got to give a shout out to the director, Bu Junfeng.
Yeah.
Who's a very accomplished filmmaker, right?
Yeah.
And I think he brought that to, this is his third NDP or something. Just really being able to pull out the stories and really very touching lah when he put them on screen. And I mean, definitely one big highlight was Lawrence Wong actually appearing in one of the videos as well, right?
Yeah.
You teared up at that point, right?
Hey. I did not tear up.
You must have teared up.
Yeah, I did not tear up. In fact, I don't know whether Lawrence Wong, he teared up from having to wink too many times.
You winked a lot, right? Yeah.
I mean, another part that was like damn awesome was the Muneru Valiba mashup.
Oh, yes.
That was cool. With Young
cool.
Raja, Tosh Rong, and Zayden.
I enjoyed it, yeah. Even the music sections, the fact that they mixed both the current day artists and the more what do you call it, the veterans, right? The veterans.
The OGs
the
OGs.
Yeah, the OGs. That was pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Like I think Ben King, he sang Not Alone Again, right?
Yeah.
But he got Rahim to sing along with him, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it was great. And I mean, like, and even the heavy metal version of On This Island, the Road Ahead. So it just felt, I mean, I know like last year, the parade, when there was those people in food costumes dancing, I really didn't feel anything.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I thought that was like tacky, but this one, it felt like every song got weight, man.
But I think it also points to, because I was there last year at NDP, and I saw the live performance of the food dancing and all that.
Yeah.
It was nice being there. It was nice.
You were there live, you were there live.
So I think actually, if you really look at the different directors, it really depends on what the area of expertise is. If we're going to go into critique, like which one you prefer and all. Like Bu Junfeng is a filmmaker, so he's really good with like storytellings. I mean, storytelling and a audio-visual medium, right? Editing and everything. Last year, I felt like, because it was, I believe it was a theater director, right?
Yeah.
So it was much more theatrical, and you had to be there live to kind of feel it. Maybe when you're watching it at home, you didn't feel it as much, right?
Yeah, I didn't feel it as much.
Or maybe you're just like dead inside.
No, because I mean, I feel like the dancing food costumes, if I was also one of the people who burn so many weekends to dress as a fucking char siu pao or something, I'm like, why?
It's cute, it's cute.
It's not cute. Like this year again, I thought it did its job,
Yeah.
And then like I know there's one comment about President Taman dabbing up the brown homies at the end before he took his leave. I didn't see that. Do you know what they're referring to?
Dabbing, I mean, he had a really heartfelt hug with like Young Raja.
Is it?
Because he went around shaking hands with all the performers. And you can see some of them, he shake already, he will turn away before the handshake finishes. Young Raja, wow, brother, that kind of thing. They had that look.
I didn't see that part.
You didn't see it?
Yeah, no, because at the event that I was emceeing, there was stuff going on, so I didn't see that part. Also, he really homied up with Young Raja.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Young Raja has performed at a lot of events alongside where Taman was a part of the audience or so. So maybe he recognizes him. But I can definitely see like as a president, he also has his preferences.
But when he was doing the inspection of the parade, I think he checked all the CMIs, man. CMI, gender equality and all, and but he had quite long conversations with them.
He did. I think now you have to really make sure that you put in the effort to look like you really care about everyone there.
Yeah.
Right, there's interestingly like the Grab contingent and everyone.
Yeah.
Everything. There's a lot of different types of contingents. And you see the people there, they're not soldiers marching. They're just regular folk, right?
And they volunteer to do this.
Volunteer as part of the company. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how much volunteering there is there also.
Oh, they kena arrow.
Maybe. But I think a lot of people actually do enjoy being at NDP.
Yeah.
Over the years, I admit I've become much less cynical about it. I think I could have marched at NDP if I wanted to back in the day. In the army, when I was in the army.
Oh.
Because if you look at who won the guard of best unit every year, it has always been the commandos in the last, 30, 40 years or something. But there was 1 year where it was a guards contingent, and that was my unit. That 1 year that guards won. But unfortunately, I had to take my talents to America. I was needed for university. So I ORD and I didn't stay on too much at NDP. But the rest of my unit did. I could have, you see, so I could have if I volunteered to do so.
I see. But you didn't lah. So
I didn't.
Yeah, so don't talk so much.
Hey, the point is that I was this close.
I could have run for GE 2025. I could have. But I didn't. I could have run as an independent candidate.
But there was this moment because I did the whole mobile column thing the next day as well, right?
Yeah.
There was an army personnel who was stationed there along the road. And then after the mobile column left, he's like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to ORD. So I was like, wow, congratulations. Good for you. Then there was this old guy next to me who was like, oh, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss reservists. Then I realized, maybe there is that difference between a cynical bastard like me and normal people, right?
No, and also I think if you're running your own business, reservist really takes on a different thing.
Or any kind of responsibility you have as a new parent or what, right?
Yeah.
Every time I have to go reservist, it's always at the busiest part of the year and everything, right?
Yeah.
But as a retiree and everything, maybe you really look back and maybe you don't miss reservists that much, but what you miss is being young, being young and being useful to the nation in that way, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm guessing if you with your same unit all these years, you are going back to just hang out with friends.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. That happens, there's that also.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot happened. Interesting weekend. We still have topics to talk about, and I mean, the topics. The first one at least is still related to NDP.
Yeah.
Because as we said, this is going to still be a regular episode, except we're doing it live.
Yes, correct.
But before we jump into the topics, what's our spiel, Terence?
If you're new here, which I don't think you are because you're on this live stream, but if you happen to be new here or you know somebody who isn't subscribed to us already, please ask them to like, share, follow, subscribe, because that really touches us and makes us feel like there are people who give a shit about what we say, right?
Yeah. And if you want to work with us, you can email us at contact@ministryofunny.com or just drop us a message at contact@ministryofunny.com.
Yeah.
And we have one comment saying they love this camera angle. If future episodes don't have a guest, I think this camera angle without the camera cuts will look way nicer. But then it's harder to drink water, no?
Yeah.
Right, and the neck really is just like
yeah, my eyes are tired just looking in your direction already.
Yeah, that's right.
Looking at the screen.
But yeah, so we do have to jump to the first topic.
Yes.
It's NDP related.
Very much so.
And it is a compare and contrast between the National Day messages put out between the leader of the government and the leader of the opposition.
Yeah.
Because on 8th August, there was a National Day message delivered by PM Lawrence Wong. It was a 15-minute video that was put on YouTube.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes is actually clips from the proclamation of Singapore in 1965.
Correct.
And then there was also a Facebook post put out by the Workers' Party, signed off by Pritam Singh, leader of the opposition. So, which one did you see first?
Definitely Lawrence Wong's message. I think because that pops up. I'm subscribed to the PMO's office on YouTube. So that popped up for me very early on. Pritam Singh's one was I saw an article about it. That's the thing. But I mean, to clarify, this is different from the National Day rally, right? This is just a message before National Day itself. But nothing. Doesn't have any policies announced or anything involved.
Yeah, correct. The National Day rally will be happening 17th August, Sunday.
Correct.
So I mean, the first 5 minutes of this video was a recap of the actual footage of Lee Kuan Yew addressing Singapore after Singapore separated.
Yeah.
And I mean, I forgot how emotional it was for him. I forgot that he actually had to ask for a break to, recompose himself.
And he was 41 years old. He was 41 years old when he did that.
Fuck, that's
your
my age.
Right? Yeah. What are you doing with your life at 40?
I am talking about what he was doing when he was 41. Shit, he was 41.
That's the crazy thing about always watching these old Lee Kuan Yew videos, right?
Oh my god.
You realize what Jeremy Tan calls him Giga Chat. At this age, he's like, at this point in this video, they pull out the part where he almost looks at the camera and is like, to my fellow Singaporeans, and I can't call myself Malaysian anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine that even that word Singaporean was probably really foreign at that point in time. Like you barely ever used the word like Singaporean before.
And home was not composed.
And yeah, he had to just basically project the kind of confidence that a world leader has at your age, Mr. Harish Telani.
Oh.
What have you done to project their leadership? Huh?
What have you done in the past year since growing a year older than Lee Kuan Yew was in that video?
I mean, for me, it's just being able to speak with confidence to my son. I can tell, I can confidently speak like that to one person.
And even that to tell them that, you know, plans have changed.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like you have to reenact the whole thing. But this one is to an entire nation.
Yeah.
And then after that, Lawrence Wong took the stage. You know, he was speaking live from the Padang. I mean, not say live, but it was recorded at the Padang. And he delivered a message with some key messages, like essentially stuff about the refreshing of the economic strategy, the fact that Singaporeans will never be alone because the government will, and I quote, walk this journey with us. We cannot afford to be divided. And I kind of recapping how at many points along the way, since independence, Singapore's path could have taken a very dark turn, but we haven't. And the key is to remain exceptional.
Correct.
But when you listen to that, do you feel inspired or not?
I think one thing that really stuck out to me watching that video, right, which I think one of the commenters, Tetra Enigma, saying that during the video, you actually can see life carrying on behind him.
Yeah.
Like all the cars and the buses and all the lorries all driving by at the back behind him in the Padang, right?
Yeah.
So you know that nothing was faked in this. Like there's no cut in between. So he actually delivered the whole speech all the way through. The camera just moved in a little bit and moved back out a bit.
Yeah.
So he delivered all the way through.
No
Obviously,
flubs, no nothing.
No flubs, yeah. And probably, reading off a teleprompter, fine. But even then, it's not easy to deliver a whole speech without any flubs like that.
Yeah.
And they really emphasize authenticity by letting the vehicles just go in the background. But correct, like the comments say, this is a slice of Singaporean life that you see right there.
Was that a slice of Singaporean life?
I mean, okay, but it did showcase how beautiful the Padang was.
Oh, yeah.
And this celebration is in the heart of the city, right?
Yeah.
It's not like we stop traffic to have this Padang be the celebratory center of National Day Parade. It just carried on.
Yeah.
And in some way, his message is, we've created something great, but, we got to soldier on, right?
Yeah. And I mean, going back to him not having any flubs, who knows? Maybe like at the last line, like Happy National Day, then he was like, shit, guys, we have to do the whole thing
again.
Yeah, to start again.
Possible.
But I mean, it was delivered very polishedly. And I mean, he's always been known for his communication skills. But about the message, did anything stick out to you?
I did feel quite surprised that there was a talk about the GE again and the strong mandate for the team. You chose the team you believe can best steer Singapore through this turbulence. I guess he has to mention it, right? He has to mention it. But at the same time, it's been almost like 3 months, 4 months already. I think we're ready to move on with this government and ready for Parliament to sit ready, right? And really just move forward with things as opposed to whether it's recapping what the GE was and all that.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I think for me was like, is it necessary? The other parts of it, like the global order, new change world, I kind of expected that in this message.
Yeah.
How about you? I know you don't like the whole change world thing a lot.
I mean, the fact is, like, it's now August, and what's one of the biggest headlines this week? That Trump's tariffs are going to go ahead. And we might see tariffs of up to 50%. So, I mean, at the start of the year, maybe one could argue that, this is just a negotiation tactic that's not going to last that long. We still don't know how long it'll last. But the fact that it's August and new tariffs are still coming out, it does showcase certain things.
Yeah.
And, just this is off the back of a week where Israel now has a plan to, expand operations in Gaza. Putin is saying that he is willing to give agree to a ceasefire if Ukraine is willing to give up land.
Yeah.
And Zelensky said no.
Yeah. So
you look at it, you're like, everything that's been happening at the start of the year that was happening, now it's almost like it continues to get more dire. So, yeah, I mean, not surprising that he mentioned that, it's getting tougher, it's a new world order. But, I mean, I guess the thing is, throughout this weekend, even for this message, like I read it, I'm like, okay, I feel, if we come together, there's one thing he said, if we come together, nothing is something we cannot achieve. Then the NDP got all the feels. But then, like, over the course of the Sunday, Monday, I was dealing with more administrative stuff relating to life. And then the same thing comes up, like, ah, shit, things are getting expensive. Oh, shit, what's the future going to look like? So I'm like, I don't know how to, it's like two different things. Like a sentiment that, I constantly feel that we have reflected or expressed in this podcast is also like, okay, where is Singapore headed? It feels like Singapore Inc. and all, but NDP was great. So now I don't know what to feel inside. Like I listened to his message also, it feels like a rallying speech. But yeah, so that was what I kind of took away. Like I like the fact that it wasn't just all dire, like his GE 2025 message. But I still think it was a good approach.
Yeah.
But inside I'm like, how do I really feel?
Yeah, I mean, it does. There are some criticisms online where people are saying there's a lot of like motherhood statements and things like that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the strategy, would you blame him for doubling down on what they were doing during the election? Like doubling down on talking about changed world, new world order and everything.
Yeah.
You would double down on it because it got you the best results possible.
And it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
So everything he was saying, we were kind of saying, hey, but you talk about dark clouds, like something else, but the clouds have gotten darker.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I said like the IPS event that we went 2 weeks ago, the most telling part was when he made a comment, the terrorists always changing, like he said this like sort of like off, not off camera, but wasn't part of an official answer to anything.
And
but
his voice kind of
his voice
modulated a bit.
It was almost like him winking at us, kind of this like a verbal wink, telling us, you see, this is what I think about the Trump's tariffs, right? Without actually explicitly criticizing them,
Yeah.
And those are the moments where you really see. You get a sense of how Lawrence Wong is feeling about it, right?
Yeah. And I mean, we had a comment saying, still don't understand why Parliament is only starting in September. If you look at the message, you look at the timing of the National Day rally coming this Sunday, it kind of makes sense to start in September. Because if you imagine if there was a sitting in July or August, let's say things are brought up, let's say the housing thing becomes an issue, or what were some other topics that we would definitely have come up in Parliament. Like the comments about Jeffrey Xiao's
transport breakdowns, everything.
Transport breakdown.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a very concerted strategy that let's hold off anything that could be divisive till I can give my National Day message, till we have a kick-ass NDP, till we deliver the rally, and then that is a fresh slate.
Yeah.
Because now you think everyone is kind of feeling like, I would imagine that there's a certain higher level of upbeatness compared to status quo.
I think so.
Yeah.
Definitely riding on the momentum from GE, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But how would you contrast that with the message from the Workers' Party?
Surprisingly, really succinct, right?
Yeah.
Very short, easy to read.
Yeah.
They even posted like images of it on the Workers' Party Facebook page. And then by the time I clicked through to the end, I was like, huh? That's it. Like three and a half pages only, right?
Yeah. Three and a half paragraphs.
Paragraphs, not even pages. 3.5 paragraphs.
Yeah.
But yeah, very succinct, and people said, it's a very strong. People have said there's a strong message, right? But how do you feel about it when you saw it?
I mean, okay. Essentially, his post is talking about our nation turning 60, not old but not young. We've been through a lot. Our story is one of resilience. There's so many people have played a huge part. The Singapore story will become even more layered and complex. But it's also a moment for us to pause and reflect, because we have come a long way, but our work is far from over.
Yeah.
And the thrust of it was that we must build a future where opportunity is more equitable, where no one is forgotten, and where every Singaporean has the space to grow, speak, and dream. And essentially pointing out that every Singaporean has the power to shape our future, and it is not just the work of one party or one generation. It is both an individual and collective effort.
Yeah.
So when I read this, I was like, I mean, in some way, it kind of like, it complements each other. Like Lawrence Wong was talking about the global order, and of course he talked about the Forward Singapore Social Compact, us coming together. But it felt like his was like looking at the rest of the world, and Pritam was, asking us all to look inward and how can we make things better regardless of what's happening outside. So concise but different.
Yeah. But do you think this was like leader of the opposition message, or was it a co-driver of the leader of government message. What kind of message was
I would say it was more towards the leader of opposition, not like like really hardcore. If I read this, I'm like, wow, this guy is like opposition, man. But I felt if there was a scale, it would tip more towards the leader of the opposition.
Then here's a question: then how come he didn't like record a video saying this also? Why was it just put out as text?
Because you don't want to be PM.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like, is there a deliberate, like, sidestep to like not like steal the thunder from Prime Minister's
Actually,
message?
how has it been in past years? Do you remember?
It's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, okay, let's say you were Pritam and you do want to put out a message. What would you do? Would you record a video?
I think if you wanted to show yourself as a credible alternative to the Prime Minister as leader of the opposition, you would lah. But maybe this runs in line with what Pritam says about it. Like, he doesn't see himself being PM, doesn't want to be PM. And the Workers' Party role is very much so as the co-driver, right? And maybe that's where you don't want to have something that is literally compared and contrasted with what PM Wong does, right? Although here we are here comparing and contrasting, but it was quite interesting to me that, I mean, honestly, it's not difficult to film a video, right?
Yeah.
Especially if your statement is just 3 paragraphs or so, right?
Yeah.
But they chose not to.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like I can understand maybe in this case, like NDP. I mean, I would say that people generally wouldn't want it to be politicized. Even myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, NDP, okay, there's a time and place to really think about policies, think about politics, think about politicians. But NDP feels like, okay, right now it feels like the one day where Singapore generally quite united. If I was the leader of the opposition, maybe it's not the best time to really make a case for something. Parliament is starting next month.
Yeah.
There are better time and place. And ultimately, can you imagine he puts out a video calling and then he still has to sit with them?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, right after.
He was sitting next to Jasmine Lau, right? They have to make small talk.
Yeah.
If you put out a video that is so adversarial and all, then it's like you go there, then feels a bit odd. lah.
Yeah, but not adversarial, but he does point out that nation building has never been the work of one party or one generation. And that caught the headlines, even like Malay Mail and everything, right? In National Day message, Singapore opposition leader Pritam Singh says, nation building not the work of one party alone. So isn't that political in itself, really?
But it's a subtle jab. lah.
Quite subtle.
Yeah. In fact, when I read the Straits Times article, the hero image is of Pritam sitting at a desk, seemingly talking to a camera and delivering a speech. But I guess that was from a previous video because there was no video for this.
Correct.
But I mean, what about the stuff he said, regardless of whether it was video or text?
I mean, I think it's not bad. Yeah, but it's much more a message of hope, compassion, and inclusivity, right? Including everyone. It doesn't talk as much about the state of the world and the new world order and all that, right? So, yeah, very much still in line with what they did during the election as well.
Yeah. And I mean, it's interesting. Like maybe a question to all those who are tuning in. If you happen to see the video by Lawrence Wong or and the Workers' Party post, just put down like which one you prefer. I mean, no one seems to put their real name, so you're not going to be doxxed. But just Lawrence Wong or WP statement. Because I'm curious. Like I don't think there's like really one outdid the other, but which one maybe resonated more with you?
Yeah. But in some way also, you think about National Day, right? National Day parade, right? It really is a way of presenting Singapore to the world. And we had leaders from around the region fly in to witness our National Day parade as well, right? So very much, even as the leader of the opposition, maybe it really is about, okay, this message is for the leader of Singapore to deliver, right? Whereas the opposition message should not be as long or as comprehensive as what the PM's message would be, because this is what we're presenting to the world, right? We don't want to present a divided Singapore. So
don't air your dirty laundry
don't
outside.
go on Malaysian podcast and talk about
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, there's the optics of it, and even if I like as a citizen, if I see some of the opposition leaders really going hard on like all the things that are messed up with Singapore on NDP, right, I also feel like just delay it by a week, lah.
Yeah.
Once the National Day rally comes out, I think that's fair game.
Yep.
Because that will talk about policies, that will talk about new initiatives. But NDP is like the one day where, just, like one thing I did enjoy watching the NDP, when they go to a crowd, literally you see like the multiracial aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
It is quite something, lah.
This you didn't enjoy, you enjoyed.
I enjoyed.
Oh, you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoyed. You look at it, you're like, of course, today there hasn't been any standout meme or celebrity. There was that one guy crying, but didn't feel as like heartfelt as the last guy crying.
Because I think that time there was really like a first, right? When you see people crying so much. I think there was a photo of Tharman as well, with supposedly with glistening cheeks. And then I opened the photo and I zoomed in, and then I was like, doesn't look like he's crying. He looks
glistening
like
cheeks or
he's balmy, like he's like glistening. But I don't think it's tears.
Yeah, so I saw on Reddit also, like, I don't know whether people were saying, wow, like, he's tearing up, but hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
But I mean, ultimately, someone is asking, like, what do you think of Lawrence Wong and the guitar and the wink in the end of that video as well? What do you think of that? I
know that video was directed by Benjamin King,
yes.
Who's like the NDP's Apple of the Eye. I mean, singer of last year's song, he performed this year.
Yeah.
Super talented guy. I thought the video generally was quite okay, but the guitar thing, that one felt a bit.
Why? Why do you dislike someone showing a little bit of his personality? And we all know that he genuinely enjoys playing the guitar. And
maybe
all,
I'm just sick of the association with him and the guitar. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I mean, what I liked about the video was that, I mean, in some way, what I like about NDP is like Singapore citizens coming together. Yeah, the leaders and all are there, but this is a show that showcases the stories, and like the common Singaporean, like, But when this video, one of the highlights is Lawrence Wong, then I feel like, why?
So I think Ben King, like in his Instagram stories, he posted also cats out of the bag, So it's like a big secret that they were trying to keep, lah.
Yeah, but for you, the whole thing, the wink and all that.
I'll just say that that wink was unexpected, lah. I don't think I've ever seen Lawrence Wong wink like that.
You don't think he's a winker?
He didn't look like a winker. He's a policy wonk, but not a winker.
That's such a bad joke, but that's actually
it's funny. He's a policy wonk, but not a winker.
Not a winker.
Yeah, so the wink was like caught off guard. Yeah. The guitar thing, I mean, we know already. But that wink was like, wow, he's being cheeky,
You think he practiced a lot or not? They're like, sir, your wink, you don't close both eyes. When people who can't wink, they're like, yeah. But I mean, he winked one eye, lah.
Yeah. One eye. It was a good wink, right?
Yeah.
Okay, lah. I think it wasn't. He didn't like come down from the stands and join in the performance, and then pick up a guitar and start playing it during the live show, lah.
Yeah.
He literally just played one riff in a pre-recorded video, lah. So to me, that's okay, lah. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have preferred if he wasn't part of it, lah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But I mean, the way it was unveiled, I genuinely thought the video was not bad. The video was not bad. I mean, we have another question on a more somber note. Whether so someone commented that they can't remember there was any homage to the marching contingent member who passed away during rehearsal. Would have been nice to acknowledge them. I think it would have been nice, but wow, I don't know how they would have squeezed that in, lah.
Yeah, and that happened during one of the rehearsals, really, right? So it was actually already in the performance. But maybe there was, I don't know, maybe for people who were there, I don't know whether there was anything off air or what that they mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Because there was also, there were a couple of, there was also a very sad incident of a national serviceman who passed away the actual morning when he beat himself, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I think that would be tough. I don't know whether there was any homage in the periphery, be it on Facebook or any other thing. But that case was sad, lah.
Yeah.
And with the other person that happened. I mean, I think generally the mood for NDP was very positive. But now we are all back to the real world.
Yeah, correct. But I do think that maybe they should consider making NDP like a 2-day public holiday celebration.
Oh, that I 100% support.
Because usually NDPs are like a normal weekday, right? And it never has the vibe that this NDP had. I felt like this NDP, I don't know why, but everyone seemed to be having NDP watch along parties or just having parties because it felt like a celebratory weekend.
And you got a day after to recover.
Yeah, you had the day to recover. Then they had the mobile column on that day as well, which is like it was very chill. It was just watching the tanks and everything just drive by. You didn't. There's no like special lining up or tickets that you have to fight for or anything. So it's like very chill, right?
Yeah,
and everyone has time to enjoy it,
Yeah, and I mean I know last time, let's say weekday the day before NDP is quite a big thing for parties and all that. But then if you let's say you really go hard, you're recovering during National Day, which is also like because. I mean, I know some friends who are meeting up today because they have off in lieu, and some of them said because of either spending the whole weekend with their kids doing National Day stuff, they're out today because they're damn shack. Yeah. But the fact is, then yesterday, like what you did, like you NDP'd the heck out of it, So that would be cool. Two days, and it's not it's secular. It's not tied to any ethnicity. It is Singaporean holiday.
Now, the other thing I realized is that NDP is probably the only aside from like Christmas and everything, right? Where almost everyone in Singapore knows how to sing the songs, right? Christmas ultimately is a religious holiday, right? And so a lot of the songs also can't be sung by most secular people or whatever. You can, but it just hits different, right?
Yeah.
Whereas NDP, everyone has like their favorite NDP song.
Yeah.
Or, the song that speaks to them. And every year we are adding to those repertoire of songs as well. And imagine as a new citizen, you come to Singapore and then you realize, oh wow, there's all these songs that that I can learn and are part of the history of Singapore.
Yeah.
And it's something for them to study, something for them to feel like they're part of Singapore, right?
It's like you watch English football, they have all these songs for the players and all. It feels like there's so much culture. But Singapore got this one. But I mean the thing is, before NDP, I felt the mood was actually not very NDP in the lead up. Right, even last week.
Yeah.
Did you feel like NDP is like the National Day, the patriotism and all?
I didn't feel. That's why I was so shocked, like how this weekend unfolded for myself. Wow, it was like
bleeding red and white.
Bleeding red and white, like non-stop, just NDP songs and all. And in some way, probably because the GE and everything got so busy for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And then now, like suddenly, SG60 just ramped up, and everything is SG60 right now. So there's just this momentum, right?
Yeah, and I mean, this Sunday is the National Day rally, which I'm looking forward to. It'll be PM Wong's second National Day rally.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that is when things will start to get more real.
Yeah, correct.
Then Parliament will sit in a few weeks.
Yeah.
For all we know, by October, people will be back to our cynical best.
Cynical best.
Yeah, back to our cynical best. Like, what the hell's going on and all this kind of shit. But for now, got good vibes.
Yeah. Oh, someone did point out that last time we got a 2-day NDP holiday was SG50. So there's a president, but that was more like an outlier. Actually now that
every
you
10 days,
maybe
every 10 years.
10 years.
Shit.
But this year there wasn't.
But it's SG60, man.
Correct.
Cool.
But cool. Well, okay. I mean, that made us feel proud talking about.
Also, we NDP'd over that also.
Yeah. But aside from that, there's also, news of someone who also wears red, right? Who recently also had some good news over the weekend.
Yeah. Right? And that is the news that Mr. Ariffin Sha, who I guess shot to fame during GE 2025 as one of the candidates for SDP.
Tapai Kong, future Pritam.
Elephant Sha. Elephant Sha. So he shot to fame for better or worse. I mean, worse for some of his teammates, one of his teammates. But I think just like a year ago, he was at a very different point in his life, where he was involved in a KKH defamation case and found guilty.
Yeah.
So he had to pay a fine. But the recent news over the past few days is that he can be admitted to the bar despite the defamation case, as confirmed by the Chief Justice. So basically, he was put up to be admitted, to be called to the bar. There was some protest by the Singapore Institute of Legal Education, known as SILE, SILE, and the Attorney General's office, both who had objected to his application to be admitted to the bar because of the KKH case.
Yeah.
But eventually, the Chief Justice decided that what he did should not bar him from being admitted to the bar because of the nature of the case.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you saw this, what were your thoughts?
Honestly, quite surprised. Quite surprised. Because everything surrounding Wake Up Singapore, when Wake Up Singapore talks about establishment, right? Rarely is it, saying good things about a lot of the things that establishment does, right? So, but at this point, it seems like, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is standing up for Ariffin Sha, right?
Yeah.
Because contrasted to the other people who were not admitted to the bar for plagiarism and other recent cases of plagiarism amongst the law grads, right? It's a statement that he doesn't find that what he did as the Wake Up Singapore founder was as egregious as those cases, right?
Yeah.
So, it was quite a surprise.
Yeah, and I thought it was quite refreshing because if you asked me before this case was going up to the Chief Justice, I would have thought, wow, it's not going to be tough. But as you unpack it, you realize, the differences. Because, basically the AG and Sile, I don't know whether it's pronounced Sile or not, but I'll pronounce it Sile. They objected because they said, and I quote, Mr. Ariffin was not capable of being entrusted to aid in the administration of justice as an advocate and solicitor without the risk of undermining public confidence. Because just to give some background on the case, there was a story that Ariffin received from a mom who suffered a miscarriage at KKH, and it was about how she apparently had to wait for up to a few hours at KKH, but before she could get treatment, her baby didn't make it.
Yeah.
And apparently he emailed KKH with that story and saying that, is this true? Because he's going to run with it. He only gave them 20 minutes and they had not responded. So he put out the article, and I think a few hours later, KKH filed a police report. And 2 days after Ariffin posted it, he managed to confirm that the story was actually fabricated. And he took it down. He issued apologies to KKH on Facebook and over email. And he did a lot of pro bono work. And basically, according to all the parties involved, including the AG and Sile, that he was very cooperative in the investigation. So what the Chief Justice said is that there had been no suggestion by any of the stakeholders that Ariffin presented any character issue that stood in the way of his being admitted to the bar. So basically, I think he differentiated that it's not say he published something which he found to be untrue.
Yeah.
At that point in time, he thought it was the truth, which is an error that even Ariffin admits, but it doesn't involve dishonesty.
Yeah.
So that was what the Chief Justice concluded, and because of that, he rejected the appeals by the AG and Sile and said, you know what, Ariffin is can go to the bar.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, which I thought was interesting. Of course, then you hear chatter online saying that if you think about it, he's an opposition candidate, right? If he is not admitted to the bar, could it be that, the potential theories that, he's being silenced because he's an opposition candidate, that people are quite optimistic about, that also won't look good.
Yeah.
I would like to think that didn't factor in the Chief Justice judgment, but who knows?
Yeah, reading the Chief Justice judgment, it does sound quite logical, right?
Yeah.
He even points out how Ariffin, when he was sentenced, he paid his fine on the same day.
Yeah.
So it reminds me a lot of, in the army, right? If let's say you miss your IPPT window or something like that, then you get charged or all that. There's also that process where you get charged and after you pay your fine. And you pay your fine on the spot. It's pretty much pay now. No, I don't know, probably now can pay now, but back then it was just use nets and everything when it happened to me. And I think that's part of people who were telling me about it before I went and all that. They were like, it's really just about show contrition. Don't be arrogant about it. Don't try and dispute anything. Just explain what happened and just when you have to pay the fine, just pay the fine. Then you'll be fine. nothing's going to happen to you. La.
Yeah.
So in some ways, when I read what Ariffin did with the thing, it's like, okay, la, he knew he screwed up. He knew there was a factual error in his role as an editor of an online publication. But he knew he screwed up and he cooperated with the police and the courts and he paid his fine on time, lah, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No dicking around the whole process.
Yeah,
right?
so basically, what he's saying, he was very cooperative once he acknowledged he was wrong. La.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, there's a question about what right does the AGO have to object? So basically, I mean, from researching, the process of someone being admitted or called to the bar, it does require input from SILE or AGO, or not say require, they are free to give their judgments, but it will ultimately be decided by the Chief Justice. But that also changed in July 2024, when the new rule was apparently that for all applications to be admitted to the bar, the other judges may be authorized, so it's not just the Chief Justice.
Yeah.
But because this was kind of submitted before 17 July 2024, the Chief Justice presides over this case. That's why it was mentioned in some articles like this is a legacy case. Legacy because it was submitted before the transition.
Yeah.
But essentially the process is, be it the Chief Justice or any other judge, I think they make the final call, but there are steps, or there is the possibility for the AGO or the SILE or other stakeholders to give their feedback and objections.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the Chief Justice or the presiding judge will decide.
Yeah.
Because even the Law Society of Singapore, apparently they did not object to Mr. Ariffin's admission because the offence was not one of serious gravity and did not involve any dishonesty.
Yeah. Correct.
So yeah lah. So I mean, good for Ariffin, I guess, because I mean, I've always wondered if he is the administrator of Wake Up Singapore, how is he gonna also be a practicing lawyer? But then you get cases like individuals like M. Ravi and all,
Yeah, I have no issues with him as founder of Wake Up Singapore and being a lawyer. I had issues with him being founder of Wake Up Singapore and a politician.
Yeah.
That part I felt like it's not doing justice to both sides,
I mean, he's still involved with Wake Up Singapore, right? But I don't think he's the sole administrator anymore.
Yeah. But now he's got a legal career ahead of him.
Yeah, legal career. And I mean, he seems like he's definitely going to continue being involved in politics because all the announcements by the SDP have put him quite front and center.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Someone pointed out also that the Chief Justice Menon did distinguish Ariffin's case from M. Ravi's case because I think M. Ravi was found to be guilty and even though the AG kind of likened Ariffin's conduct to M. Ravi, the Chief Justice kind of differentiated it. So in some way, to the Chief Justice at least, it is not something that should prevent Ariffin from going to the bar.
Yeah.
But does this make you optimistic about the judicial process in Singapore or
not? I guess that's where we can say whatever we want, but this is a demonstration of more independence of thought, right? Which is what we asked for, right?
Yeah. We got our first scolding comment. Yalabat podcast kind of like mundane, like listening to two nerds talking about Pokemon.
It's great because a lot of people love Pokemon.
And I mean, we are nerds, lah.
So I mean, Ariffin, I thought elephant, not Pokemon.
Yeah. So I mean, thanks for stating the obvious.
Yeah.
I don't think our dynamic is very different from our regular podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's more lighthearted stuff. Sometimes there's stuff that's more technical. Yeah. But it's all part and parcel of the fun.
But speaking of Giga Chat, isn't Ariffin's only 28 years old? Pretty crazy, yeah. Really.
What were you doing when you were 28, Terence?
Definitely nothing like what he's doing, Yeah, for sure.
What was I doing when I was 28? I was working in aviation,
Yeah, still working first job and everything.
First job.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got I won't say bright future, but I guess he's got a lot on his plate, A lot on his plate in front of him.
A lot on his plate.
Going forward.
And Tapai Kong means what?
Everyone says, Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone says Tapai Kong.
Yeah.
But I mean, interesting. Honestly, because I think Parliament still hasn't set yet. This past weekend was NDP. The news also, it was tough to find the really gritty, hardcore news.
Yeah, and I think, at the last few days we were just celebrating Singapore, celebrating SG60, right? To really think about what's in the
sounds
news,
like you say I was the one like bigging up the NDP too much. I think you fucking just ate it up, man.
I ate it up. I admit
You
it.
ate
Yeah,
it
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
But your son enjoyed lah.
yeah. And I think that's the thing about having kids, right? It just you sort of experience things from a slightly different angle. Okay, but the flybys, the plane flybys, and everything were pretty spectacular.
Wow,
right?
that one is really epic. Someone you see in person.
Yeah.
You saw it during the mobile column?
No, I
that
saw it in
Sunday,
person because I was on the
in
rooftop,
Funan.
near the rooftop
Wow,
there.
that is...
So yeah, you could hear it and feel it as they flew past. And in fact, the Chinook and everything flew really like quite close to. I mean, not say close, but we had a really good view that maybe even people seated at Padang might not have had that view.
I think Padang you can't see quite a few things no, actually Padang, I think Padang you can't see the fireworks.
Yeah. So I saw the planes like flying over MBS and coming close, and then I saw the red lions, everything, how they were just gliding through the air from very, very high up and everything.
Yeah.
So it was like. Oh, okay, sorry, yeah.
Wow, live check correction by Tristen. What does it say? What does it mean?
It's frequently said, It's frequently said, yeah.
It's frequently said.
Jungle Jimbo just did a fact check. Shout out to Jungle Jimbo.
Oh, frequently said.
Yeah, it's frequently said.
Oh, I see. So that totally killed the vibe.
Yeah.
But keep going, Yalabar uncles. You guys really can't wait for Parliament like me from a fellow uncle here.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I don't know. So I was saying, the NDP really had vibes for me this year.
Vibes. Yeah. So I mean, we see see how long the vibes can continue.
We'll see how long.
I mean, I'm really looking forward to the National Day rally. Just watching it. I think I'll watch it live instead of the day after watching it double speed.
Yeah.
But yeah, the SG61, man.
Yeah, SG61.
Into the 7th decade of Singapore's independence.
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
All right. We always have this segment for those who are new here. I don't think there's anyone new here, right?
Yeah.
But we always have this segment of One Shiok Comment, right?
Yeah. Maybe just a shout out, since it is a live stream.
Yeah.
If anybody has any final questions to ask, right? After we do the One Shiok Comment, after we do the One Shiok Thing, we will answer lah. So if you've been waiting for something, just put it down now. We'll address a few more comments at the end of this episode lah.
Correct. Yes.
Cool.
That's right.
Okay. All right. The One Shiok Comment. Do you have yours?
I guess the funny thing was recently I was on a CNA show, Singaporean versus Expat, and for some reason there was a question that I asked about SPGs Sarong Party Girls, and somehow the subtitles on YouTube returned it as Sauron Party, right? And someone night and day picked up on it and posted a screenshot of that subtitle and that video on our subreddit, and everyone who's fans of Lord of the Rings got a real kick out of that subtitle.
Yeah, I mean, my One Shiok Comment was going to be something related to that. I guess they use AI or something to create an image of Sauron, what Sauron party gear would look like.
How Sauron would look as an SPG, right?
Yeah, that's why. Literally wearing a sarong. So this is where AI is really value add.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine they drew this, but super cool. So that's my One Shiok Comment.
Yeah.
But Terence, how did it feel going on that CNA thing? And on YouTube, some people don't even refer to you as Terence. They're like the local guy.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was an interesting experiment. I kind of thought that they would, when they told me about it, I thought they would have gotten, a foreigner who's either much more critical of Singapore or is not as well integrated. But Greg, the guy I was opposite, he was actually pretty well integrated into Singapore already. He's been here for 9 years and he's got nothing but good things to say about Singapore, right? And I think it comes across in the conversation. This was not Mehdi Hassan versus 20 far-right activists, right?
Yeah.
This is just two guys having a conversation about life in Singapore. So I don't think it was anything adversarial that people will look at us and spit on us or whatnot. And then, if anything, people are reading their own prejudices into what we said. Yeah.
So overall positive experience for you.
Positive, yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. What about the One Shiok Thing, man?
my One Shiok Thing actually. Over the weekend, I attended this. I went to our Tampines hub, which was the last time we went there was during the GE, and we filmed some content there.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, but this time I went to the our Tampines hub, and I actually watched a concert there. This is a series called Made in Singapore, which is fronted by Miss Lu. And I believe her musical partner and husband, Daniel Chia. And they are doing this series of concerts that are basically Singapore-originated songs, and they perform it, as jazz standards, but alongside very talented Singapore artists. Like the one I attended was by Ridwan Zalani, who's a percussionist who's very interested in preserving traditional, Malay percussion and other kinds of like Southeast Asian percussion instruments, and he integrates it into his music. So he performed alongside these jazz artists. So it really created some magic. And he showed how some of the very, very unique drums that he had, or unique percussion instruments he had, could be integrated into a jazz performance. And this jazz performance featured nothing but like songs that had associations with Singapore. Songs by P. Ramlee, songs in the 30s that were written about Singapore, and even Singh music as well. And then with Ridwan Zalani
on the
percussions. So it was pretty awesome. And I'm saying this as a One Shiok Thing because there's another 2 more concerts on 24th August and 31st August, featuring other Singapore artists as well, but also headed by Miss Lola. So if you want to, I think tickets are free, but they are only performing at our Tampines hub.
For how long?
24th August and 31st August. Two more instances.
2 more instances.
Yeah.
Wow, solid.
So do check it out if you want to catch quite a unique amalgamation of Singapore talent and different sounds.
And if you want to carry on the NDP, NDP.
But now NDP is like the whole of August is like NDP.
Kind of lah.
SG60 NDP.
Yeah. I mean, my One Shiok Thing is also related to NDP. There's a CNA lifestyle article that profiles the guy who is the voice of the NDP.
Mr. X.
Mr. X. He's actually William Xavier, who I believe used to be a radio DJ. He's a voiceover artist, and he's been doing the NDP announcements since 1998.
But you don't know William Xavier, man?
Mr. No. So now he's a radio DJ with MediaCorp's Gold 90X.
You don't recognize the voice?
I mean, I recognize, but I mean, it's a very iconic voice. I don't listen to radio that much.
Did you watch this? There was this little game show called The Pyramid Game.
Yeah.
Back when you were a kid.
He was the voice of the Pyramid Game.
The voice of the Pyramid Game, yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. He was the voice of the Pyramid Game.
But I mean, like, there's a video also that showcases the booth that he does his reading from, which looks damn cool, because it's like the best view of the parade.
I see.
And I think everybody hears that voice. I didn't know it was the same person, which I mean makes sense, lah. But oh man, Mr. X.
Yeah.
Holy crap, 1998, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it's cooler. Like imagine since 1998, he is like one of the best seats in the house. Some more aircon.
Yeah.
Right. Pretty damn cool. So yeah, this kind of behind the scenes is always quite cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we can even get Bu Jun Fong on our podcast at some point.
Yeah, he was just on Daily Catch Up.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, about talking about NDP.
Yeah, talking about NDP. Yeah.
But interesting. Cool. All right. So now to the comments.
Yeah, maybe we can 5 minutes of
5 minutes
questions, right?
So I mean, I think I gave the shout out at about 6:55 to put in your last questions.
Yeah.
Anything that stands out to you, Terence? Someone asked, when will you have Pritam up on your podcast? I mean, who knows? Stay tuned. We will see.
Will you have Dr. Ang Swee Chai on your podcast?
Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Having seen so many comments online about I am a true blue Singaporeans, do you two truly believe in this concept, considering all, if not most of us, are descendants of immigrants? Terence, do you believe in that?
A true blue Singaporean?
Yeah.
I think true blue. I don't know, man. It's hard to say because, even within Singaporeans as well, right? I feel like we all have very different perceptions or understanding of what makes a Singaporean, right?
Yeah.
Even you look at us, whether we all look like the same or in the same demographic or whatever.
Yeah.
We all have very different perceptions of what it means to be Singaporean, right? So I don't know if there's really such a thing as a true blue Singaporean that you define and everyone can agree that is a Singaporean already.
Yeah.
Right. What do you feel about it?
I think same for me because true, the word in some way implies something binary. It's either true or false. But what the hell is a true Singaporean now? Blue, I think that's tied to some historical reference. Just a Google about the phrase true blue. It's been tied to many things, one of which is a medieval English proverb that comes from Coventry, England, which was famous for producing a special blue cloth that did not fade when washed or exposed to sunlight.
Yeah.
So true as Coventry blue soon became true blue, and it has that ties to that lah. So to me, true blue doesn't really have any meaning. I think there are many ways to interpret what a Singaporean is or what a Singaporean represents. So in some sense, I'm a Singaporean, I think carries a lot more weight than true blue Singaporean lah. In fact, like anyone who says they are true blue Singaporean, they are ultimately defining what a Singaporean is, which I think is not fair lah.
Yeah, and I mean it's kind of interesting because I think your One Shiok Thing was that Mehdi Hassan versus the Farah interview thing, and there was this outlandish reply to a question about. I think there was a white American who said that he's a Native American. Then they asked why. He said, my parents were settlers here, right? Or my ancestors were settlers here, and that's what makes me native.
Yeah.
So just reading that, I'm watching that, and I realized people. You think that it's so obvious that this guy is not Native American, but in his own mind, he interprets himself as Native
American,
right? Yeah. And that's why he's so protective of what it means to be American. And he says that, and the others were chiding Mehdi Hassan for not having the values of an American. And what does that even mean? Like he's already American, he's a citizen. So what does it mean that you don't have the values of America? And that makes me kind of a bit worried to like when people declare that this is what a Singaporean is supposed to be, right?
Yeah, true blue Singaporean. So I mean, if you all have any thoughts, you can add on. Another question: what has kept you guys going for this long and this consistently? Thrice a week is intense. I mean, I think genuinely we like talking about the news, and I mean, shout out to our wonderful team right now behind the camera, behind the mics and all. They really do a lot to help all this make possible. Make all this possible. Anything to add on to that?
No, it is intense. It is intense. But okay, I think for me, I don't know about you, right? For me, it's cathartic to talk about news. Because I feel sometimes we feel so helpless reading news and what little control we have, not even over the news, just in our own lives, right? But just being able to talk about it and realize, hey, maybe we're not alone in feeling like that. That actually helps me a lot.
Yeah, I mean, same. And I mean, sometimes writing an angry Facebook post is damn tiring.
It is,
yeah.
Words. I mean, ChatGPT makes it easier, but I just feel like it doesn't come from you, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it is cathartic, lah. I mean, the person responded, glad that Harish and Terence agree with me. We are all Singaporeans and not true blue Singaporeans. This is the beauty of a live stream. People can comment, we can respond, and they can respond to our comment. Another comment from Joy of Tessa. Hi guys, girl that you gave a card at one Punggol. Can't listen right now due to work, but playing this mute on my handphone is a show of support. Congrats on 700, 7,000 more to go. 7,000 more episodes.
7,000, wow. That's like...
That would be generational. Generational. And shout out to Tristen the Goat. Maybe one day we can profile the other people who have joined our team.
We have done before. They have hosted this podcast
but the newer members
the
also.
newer guys.
Maybe.
There's one question though. From Flyelskyber. I like the diversity of the guests you have on your show, from showbiz folks to politicians to regular folks. How do you get these guys on, and what is the process of getting guests on?
Well, you want to take a stab at it?
Actually, it really stems from our interest, right? If we're interested to talk about this, but firstly, okay, I think if the person is in the news or newsworthy and everything, we try to talk about them, right? It interests us to talk about them. Two is, if they're even willing to come on and talk to us. Not everyone is as willing to just bare their souls on but as well, right? But any other criteria for getting these people
on? I think as long as they have something interesting to say. And I mean, sometimes it's something that we also think hasn't gotten enough attention.
Yeah.
And yeah, we try to always anchor it in pillars like that lah.
Yeah.
That same person, Flies Cable, asks how much of an episode comes from a prepared script and how much is on the fly. We never prepare a script. We do a ton of research. I think we're always reading the news, always trying to read up. Even when a guest comes, we try to read their book and all. But the moment the recording starts, there's no script at all. And I think, thankfully, after 700 episodes, it's kind of like inbuilt. So yeah, maybe one more comment each.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Got some very sweet comments. Leong Wheelie, thank you, Yalla Butt team, throughout these months. My wife and myself enjoy listening to both of you when we are meal prepping. Solid. Okay, that's for me. For you?
Another question or just another comment?
I guess anything that stands out, lah.
Okay. Will you guys be doing more podcast workshop or any production related workshops in general?
Definitely more podcast workshops, lah.
Yeah.
The first one is this week. First two this week.
Which are sold out. Yeah.
Which are sold out. So yeah, the best way to find out and stay up to date is by signing up for our newsletter, following us on social media.
Yeah.
Our newsletter, Your Little Bit. You can sign up at yallabutt.com. But yeah, I think we can call it lah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. This video is going to stay up, so the comments will remain there. And if this is received well, if we get some good feedback, we might do more stuff like this in future lah.
Yeah. Maybe we should do live stream sales and things like that.
Oh that's true.
I can't wait to be selling shit on this stream and
selling shit,
selling fish and
nerdy
seafood,
shit. But yeah, man. Thanks so much for listening. Remember, follow us on social media: Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, Telegram. And if you want to work with us,
do it the old-fashioned way. Email us at contact@ministryoffunny.com or just check out ministryoffunny.com.
Awesome. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks to everyone who left a comment. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we will talk to you all very soon.